Welcome to Cooking Made Simple. I am MindBlown Chef. Today's recipe is going to be a truffle sage cream tortellini. Now, I know that sounds fancy because it is, but I'm going to show you how to make this so easy that you'll impress anyone in your life with this dish. Check it out. We only have a few simple ingredients. These tortellinis, I get them from Costco. You can get raviolis from Costco as well. These are a super fast way to make an amazing dish. You can freeze these, they'll last for months. So those are 5 cheese tortellini right there. They're made fresh. White truffle oil right here. Mono cheese, mushrooms, and onion. Obviously, we're gonna be using some sage, garlic, and a little bit of cream and butter later. But for now, let's start with the first step, which I need to get a pot of water on. Add a little bit of salt to this. Always season your pasta water. Adds more flavor to your pasta. Get that going. So our pasta water is going. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all the ingredients prepped out, ready to go. That way when we start to cook, it's real easy, bam, 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 and we're all done. If you guys have any question on how to cut anything, I know we kind of zipped through the prep. I'm gonna put a how-to playlist right here. That's my how-to playlist. It has everything in there. How to cut, dice, slice, saute, everything you've ever wanted to know right there in that playlist. Make sure you check it out. All our ingredients are ready to go, as you'll see right there. You'll notice that I have some whole sage leaves. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get some blended oil. I'm gonna bring it up to temp. We're gonna fry those sage leaves, and I'm gonna garnish the dish at the end. It's gonna add some nice texture and color to the dish. You see that the blended oil I added to the pan. What we want to do is just bring that up to temp. You don't want it to be smoking hot, but you want it to be hot so when we fry our sage leaves, they fry. Well, right now we got our water boiling, we got our oil temping. Let's go ahead and start making this sauce. We're gonna add our ghee, which is clarified butter. A lot of my stuff I get at Costco, to be honest with you. We're gonna get that up to temp. Let that melt down. Close enough, buddy. Go ahead, add your onions to this. And mushrooms. Okay, we're gonna saute these down. We wanna get a little bit of color, nothing crazy. Don't add your salt right now. What happens with salt is it's a dehydrator. It's gonna pull all the juices out. And I don't want this to be real juicy. I want it to be a tight sauce. So don't add your salt and pepper right now. Just let this cook down. We're gonna throw all that in towards the end. So I got these on a nice medium heat. Again, not trying to get too much color, just a little bit. So those are sweating down nice. Now we're gonna use our white truffle oil. This I also got at Costco. Truffles are an exotic mushroom. They're very earthy. They add a great deal of flavor to food. I love using it. You can use it on French fries. I mean, it's just endless, the possibilities you can do with this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit in there. Not too much, just enough. And we're gonna let all that come together. Also, the garlic's going in next with the salt and pepper at the end. Garlic tends to burn. When it burns, it gets bitter. So we want to let this get its cooking going on, right? Cooking going on, I guess. And then we're gonna add our garlic to this. Got everything going right now. Go ahead, our tortellinis are going into the water. We're gonna let those go for about 7 minutes. They're frozen, so they're gonna take a little longer. About 7 minutes. Try one. If it's tender, it's warm all the way through, you're good to go. So right at this point, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna add my garlic and my salt and my pepper. Just a little bit, not a lot, because we're gonna add some cheese to this, and that's gonna add a lot of salt. So just a little bit. We're gonna let this go until you start really smelling that garlic aromatic smell. Really smelling all those flavors. The truffle oil, the garlic, the onions, the mushroom, everything smells great. We're gonna go ahead, now we're gonna add our cream. Make sure it's cream, not milk, not half and half, heavy cream. Must be heavy cream. Not too much, just a little bit. Just like that. It's basically gonna cover the bottom of the pan. And we're gonna let this go, low simmer. We're gonna let it reduce. What that's gonna do, by reducing it down low simmer, it's gonna thicken up like a nice tight sauce. Also gonna go ahead and I'll add the cheese right now too. This is that Romano cheese. I'm not gonna put my sage until the very end. Whenever you use fresh ingredients like herbs, always at the very end, because you'll kill them. The flavor will be gone, they'll just turn black on you. So you just basically hit it at the last like minute. Let its flavors come out, and that's it. So once you get some bubbles going, go ahead and give this a taste. I'm checking for seasoning. I just need to add a little more salt or pepper. It's pretty good. I'm gonna add just a little bit more of each, like a small pinch. So you don't want this to be ripping. Just bring it down. Nice, slow bubbles. So once it comes up, bring your temperature down to low, and we're gonna let this come down nice and slow. Tortellinis are ready, so we're gonna just drop those into the strainer in the sink. So the sauce is nice and thick, as you'll see right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna add my sage leaves right there. Give that a mix. We're gonna cut this off. This is ready to go. Now, usually what I would do is I would take the tortellinis and I would toss them in this sauce. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do yet because I have to have it look really good for a picture. So because of that, I may not just toss these tortellinis in there. Stay tuned. Last but not least, our sage leaves. Be very careful with this process. What I'll do is I'll dip one in. It's making that sizzle sound. So we're gonna drop it. I'm just gonna drop them all in there. Literally takes like 1 minute at the most. Be very careful with the sage leaves. They have a lot of moisture, so they will pop a little bit. Just be very careful. So the dish is ready for plating. Here's how I'm going to plate this dish. And those tortellinis right there, sexy. Welcome to Cooking Made Simple. I am MindBlown Chef. Today's recipe, we're taking sage redo. Tortellini. Yeah, got it. Ready? What was I gonna say? Oh, okay. Cheese, bro. And then we'll go to the next step. Cut that part right there. Boom, shakalaka. Yeah. The ravies are done. Or the tortellinis. I keep saying ravies. Yeah. Dude, it is like, I don't know why it's so smoky.
Did you burn something?
No, nothing's burnt. Everything came out great. Dude, my eye has been twitching for like 3 months. Bum, 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 bum. I'm hating it. Thank you very much.